You're paying for it. If you're not paying for it through it in the form of explicit taxes, you're paying for it indirectly in the form of inflation or in the form of borrowing. The thing you should keep your eye on is what government spends. And the real problem is to hold down government spending as a fraction of our income. And if you do that, you can stop worrying about the debt.
With the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Ooh, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Ooh, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Ooh, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Ooh, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth.
It is weird, man. The one over there looks like it's been like...
It's not burning up.
No.
So... That's so trippy.
Yes, it is.
Stupid blonde old blump. Everybody knows that he's a Nazi. I'm glad to see an American patriot show up to a Trump rally with a picture of Donald Trump as a Hitler. Let's see how this turns out. Holy balls, you got kicked right in the face. That's what happens, Antifa. That guy's got to be really confused. Donald Trump's Hitler. He hates black people. And a black Trump supporter just beat the hell out of you. That's gold.
Many moons ago, before they decided to establish Israel as a country, I know you've read like the short version in the classroom, and it was like, oh, the Holocaust happened, and then we realized that Israel needs a state. No, that's not how it went down. That's not how it went down at the F all, okay? Catholics and Christians were going missing on Passover, and then they would find bodies, okay, across Europe, and they were able to trace them back to Jews. Blood libel! They weren't Jews, okay? These were Frankists. And so just like Leo Frank killed Mary Phagan on Passover back in 1913 or 1914, I can't remember the exact date, he did it during Passover for a reason, this Frankist cult, which is masquerading behind Jews, still participates in this shit to this day, okay? Why would you want, as a small nation that is the size of New Jersey, okay, why would you want the pedophiles to flee there? Like, why would you want the pedophiles to be procreating? Unless the nation of Israel may have been established by some Frankists. And it's looking like Theodore Herzl's family was from the exact same area in Moravia and in Bohemia where the Frankist cult was founded. Crazy. When you get into his family, that like maybe Theodore Herzl, who wrote in a book that he didn't care how many Jews had to die for him to get the state of Israel, like maybe he was not actually a Torah worshiping Jew. Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing out some ideas here. And by throwing out some ideas, I mean, I've read a ton of books and I've figured it out. Okay. I am just like so over the idea that Israel is our ally and friend. If another person says that stupid statement, I'm going to personally punch you in the face. I am. It's going to be me. That's a joke. Don't take this video off of Twitter. Wink.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm stealing from Peter to pay Paul. And I know it's cyclical. I know, you can't blame the sitting president for everything that's wrong. You can't blame past presidents for everything that's wrong. But come on, guys, we got to do something.
Again, that was earlier this summer. I checked in with Michelle again after President Biden dropped out of the race.
How do you feel about the race now?
This is going to sound crazy, but I feel better because I don't know. I said on my last interview, like, don't really hear from Kamala, but I think I'm with Kamala. I've watched her. I think she has to get her feet wet. She was only the vice president, but I think a woman running this country, oh God, I hope.
Bro, what the fuck? What? Why isn't my phone focusing? What is happening right now? Where is it going? It's landing.
Electromagnetic frequencies. One thing we know about electromagnetic frequency is distance is the killer. Meaning, I can put a phone here, and yes, it's putting out electromagnetic frequency, but it's when it comes here is when we know we get cellular damage, and the damage is, bad for the brain, and it causes problems. Many people are using these thinking, okay, my phone is further away, but obviously it's giving a signal from your phone that's being picked up by the wireless headset, and that, in fact, is the problem with the EMF. But again, we have to show it to you. So let's just get right at it. Okay, so I'm looking at these readings right now, and Dylan, let's just show point. Okay, so hold on. His phone came near me. We can't do that because literally I picked up his phone. I was okay, back here now. He went away. I'm 0.03. You can't see that? 0.02, which is a very safe level. As Dylan came up to me, actually, it went to 0.1, 0.3. Okay, so you can see it rose up. 0.3. Now, cellular damage starts at 0.5. That's not my opinion. That's the science. So let's do the study, Vlad. Let's connect your music to that. Okay, you're playing. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in to here. 1.9, 1.7, 2.3, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, 4.6, 4. You see what's happening here? 0.5 is the damage point of DNA in cells, and yet he's far beyond that point. And again, I'm picking that up in between his phone, and especially right here, it's at the highest, right at the, look at that, 15, 17, 20, it's surging even higher right now. I mean, that's amazing numbers right there as far as when you understand what that's doing to his cells and his brain. Okay, now, let's for fun, let's compare wire. Let's do the old-fashioned stuff. Okay, let's take a measure of this now. Same song. 0.03, 0.0, Dylan came close with his phone, 0.1, 0.2, still under 0.5, still hearing the same music. Okay.
I've got to show you guys something. This is traditional sweet corn. Now, what's really wild about this is not what we used to call our heirloom seeds. This is just our regular sweet corn that you buy off the shelf. This is GMO corn. Now we grow, this is our field corn. And the reason I want to show you this is I'm going to show you two things. This is heirloom corn. Now we don't weed it. Normally every year, this corn has come up and done really good for the last 10 years. Same seed, so I've grown it over and over, and we rotate our crops. But also you look at the sunflowers. Once you look at them sunflowers, the sun, I can't see it, but well, the sun basically is right there, and they've got the flowers have turned away from the sun. This is not something, obviously, if you look down this, that's our garden. We grow over an acre worth of just garden. So what I'm trying to get at is something's not right. There's two things here, right? The amount of aluminum in our soil now is 5 times to 10 times higher than it was even last year. Let me show you something else. Now that sweet corn is bought, like I said, from the store, so it's not an heirloom seed. It's supposed to be an all-natural seed. It's non-genetically GMO, but I'm starting to doubt it. However, these are cucumber plants. Now, traditionally, those cucumbers, I'd have so many, after putting them on the stand, we'd be giving them away, giving them to food pantries. And our corn, you know, the heirloom corn, we'd be giving it away. Our garden this year has suffered the worst. It's not due for not water. These are some of our hot pepper plants. Normally, these plants, I would have so many of these hot peppers that you wouldn't be able, I wouldn't be, like I said, I couldn't sell enough of them. We'd be giving them away. And hopefully we have a better garden next year. So we still got enough that we're going to be able to maintain costs, operational costs. We still have our vegetable stand. It's just not booming like it usually is. We've let the weeds kind of come back up and take over some of the garden because we weren't getting the production out of it what we should. So the stand's good. We're going to can enough for our family, but as far as being able to provide for others, it's not going to be as viable for us to be able to do that. Y'all have a good day.
There is this wonderful word that has a great meaning, and it's called hypothesis, which means that you have an idea, and then it is well accepted, it will be tested, and then you will learn whether it was correct or not, but there will be no pride associated with the hypothesis, because after all, it was a hypothesis.
Right.
And then you will reconvene, and then create a new hypothesis.
Right.
You gotta see this. You can't make this type of stuff up. I mean, you just have to see it to believe it. So we've got extension cords feeding through the wall to over to here. Then we jumper them over to here. Then we jumper that one up to here. Then we feed that to this light and then run a line through to feed to this light, which isn't operational by the way. But check this out. We ran screws right through the surge protector. You know what's behind there? Wires. Wires, that's what's in there. And you ran screws right through that sucker. Are we trying to burn this freaking house to the ground or what? You cannot make this up.
This is officially a 66-yard field goal. He drills it, doesn't have enough. Oh, man, 66 for Aubrey. This is the end of the first half. Holy cow.
When someone tries to make speech illegal, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to do that speech. Because you can go fuck yourselves. That's why. And I would use that speech to point out that Google was founded by 3 Jewish people. The New York Times was founded and owned by a Jewish family, the Sulzbergers. Instagram and Facebook are obviously both run by Jewish people. David Zaslav is the president and CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, who is also CNN. He's Jewish. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney. He's Jewish. Just a quick reminder how much Disney owns. We're talking FX, Marvel, ABC, ESPN, National Geographic, Pixar. You know, they even own Star Wars. Brian Roberts, CEO of Comcast. Remember, Comcast owns NBC, MSNBC, all those. He literally goes to Israel every year to compete in the Jewish Olympics, the Maccabiah Games. Brian Levine is the CEO of Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon. He's Jewish. The Newhouse family owns Advanced Publications. They're Jewish. In case you wanted to know who Advanced Publications runs, it's all these magazines. I mean, we can keep going, but honestly, the only 2 that really stand out are X is owned by Elon Musk. We all know what they tried to do to him. And then we have TikTok. I already made a whole reel, or 10, about how TikTok is actually getting banned for other reasons in China. And how, what's his name? Steve Mnuchin, who is Jewish, is going to try to buy TikTok with all of his buddies. Like, never mind, I'll just let you go watch that one for yourself. I mean, we can keep going, but so far we've hit all of these companies. So, remind me again about the myth of Jews controlling the media, or does this bill outlaw reading too? Because I've just been reading a little bit.
Stores that are closing in 2024, closing all 540 remaining stores after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Family Dollar is closing 600 stores in the first half of the year. Party City is closing all 45 of their remaining stores. CVS is closing 900 stores by the end of the year. Foot Locker is closing a total of 400 stores in underperforming mall locations, closing all 360 remaining stores after filing for bankruptcy. Christmas Tree Shops is closing all 73 of its remaining stores. Rite Aid has already closed 231 locations this year. Best Buy are closing 15 of their locations, closing all stores as part of a shift to online retail. Closing all 371 locations makes sense considering the economy. Express closes 95 of its stores as part of its bankruptcy restructuring. Walgreens is closing 150 stores by August. H&M is planning to close 240 stores globally, closing 50 stores in 2024, and potentially more if they don't find a buyer. The discount retailer has closed all of its nearly 200 stores following its bankruptcy filing.
Jelly?
Oh my god, where's Daddy? Oh my god, I got goosebumps.
Papa, come here, hurry.
Tell Jody and them.
What is that? What is that? Hurry, hurry. What is that?
It's not.
hurts?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Goosebumps.
This controversial film appears to show strange objects hovering above a cornfield. Below, complex circle formations appear.
In 1908, President Teddy Roosevelt wanted to declare the Grand Canyon off limits to all timber and mining operations. It would take another 11 years for Congress to designate the Grand Canyon a national park. Sensing a final opportunity for adventure, explorer G.E. Kincaid took a boat down the Colorado River and through the Grand Canyon. The canyon was rich in minerals like gold, silver, and copper, and Kincaid wanted to see what he could find before the area was closed off for good. About 40 miles upriver from the El Tovar Crystal Canyon, Kincaid saw stains in the sediment formation about 2,000 feet up. He tied off the boat and got out to investigate. Kincaid couldn't find a trail, but after a short hike he found something interesting covered in desert brush. Steps, hundreds of them, carved in sandstone. Steps that wound their way up to a high shelf on the side of the canyon. He followed the steps until he came across a cavern entrance, an entrance that was clearly man-made. Kincaid entered the cavern and turned on his flashlight. On the walls he saw writing, but it wasn't English or Native American writing. It was ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics.